The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are The Bostonian versus The Book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus The Book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Guys, how are you? Welcome into another live show from Red Tail Lounge inside of Resort World on the Las Vegas Strip. It is the Bostonian versus the Book. He is Dave Sharapan. I am Matt Perrault. We are live on our YouTube channel and Twitter at Boston versus the Book. If you guys are watching on late night replay, these games will have already finished, so you're going to hear us as we get them in real time.
Yep.
As the madness has begun. The Creighton Blue Jays,
Thank God.
come through with a monster
Thank
win.
God.
As the Jays
It was going to be a
start
terrible
today.
show if the Jays lost. It was going to be a terrible show. We had plans to get here between 10, 10:30.
I was live.
Yeah,
You're right.
everything changed when the Jays when did you find out that the Jays were playing the first game?
Last night.
Late.
Last night. Not late, but last night. I went through the
So
games
all the plans changed
Oh,
when the
everything.
Jays got the first game.
of the whole damn thing. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I got to go there. How early? I had to plan out my whole day. 6:45, no alarm, eyes go open. Oh, it's game day. It's tournament game day. It's show live Resorts World game day and show live game day. I gotta get up, get going. I got showered, ate breakfast, got ready, packed the car. It was like 8:05. I was like, can I go down there now?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll go down there now. So we drove down.
Were you the first one here?
No, there
There was two people
There
here?
were two people here.
Yeah.
Yes, there were two people.
There's
here.
always two.
Just two.
There's
Setting,
always
setting
two.
up, and they looked at me like I had five heads. They're like, "What time are you on the air?" I said,
Right.
"Noon."
Yeah.
They're like, "It's 8:00." I was like, "I know, but can I set up?" They're like, "Sure, go ahead and set up." I was like, "We want to
man.
be here and watch the madness." So, Jeremiah Neal, welcome to the party, my friend. 29 points. He had an unbelievable effort for the Jays as they knock out Louisville. Really, never a game. I mean,
Never a game.
Jays were 2.5-point dogs going into that, and they played as well as they've played all year. And so our fifth consecutive season, the Creighton Blue Jays are into the second round of the NCAA tournament. And so far, everything is shaping up the same way I told you before we talked to Ali Farouk-Manech a couple of days ago, that when the Creighton Blue Jays were going to play the role of you and I, when Northern Iowa knocked out the number one overall seed in Kansas with Ali Farouk-Manech, Stephen Ashworth has the chance to play the role of Ali Farouk-Manech coming up in 2 days on Saturday when the Jays will have a
Calm
chance
down.
to knock out the number
Calm
one seed
down.
overall in the
Listen,
tournament.
let's enjoy that win. That was a great win. 89-75. Creighton got it done as a dog. So first dog covers
Yeah,
and wins outright, which is good.
yeah. Let's talk trends for 1 second because we're talking about this off the air, and as these games get going here for the second slate,
Yeah.
first half overs. This has been a
Yes, sir.
first half under train where the content space has been screaming from the rooftops. Bet all 32 games, first half under. Well, the books clearly adjusted, have they not?
The books adjusted. The players have adjusted. The numbers are – every game's gone over so far. The first four, all four, and two of the first games today. So what is it, 5-1?
Yeah.
Where I think both first half and game has gone over the total. So, yeah, it happens. I mean, that's why you can't universally just apply a trend and say that's going to work. So,
UCLA fans trying to get
it's fantastic.
trying to get some airtime.
It's fantastic. It's just you see so many people already. And I walked through the book here at Resorts World. It was packed. I mean, it was packed already. And I wore the Royal stuff today, because
Okay.
the baby blue is tremendous. And,
Yes.
JC from KC,
Yes.
shout out you and the rest of the boys watching on the chat. I was going to wear the Toronto Blue Jays stuff, but I didn't want to jinx it. I had to wait and see. No, it was going to be an ugly day, a bad show if the Jays didn't win the first game. I
That
was
is
really
true.
nervous about that.
That is true.
I saw it last night before I went to sleep, and I went, oh, no. And I was going to wear the Cardinal stuff just to, play the role of the book versus the Bostonian. I was going to wear all the Cardinal stuff and be that guy. No, just in case.
Okay.
And I went, no, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. And they're going to lose anyway. That was a good win for Creighton. But when you walk through, and we're here at Red Tail in Resorts World, it's perfect to watch the games behind us. They have tables and booths and everything.
Crowded. The book is really crowded.
The book is really crowded, and the books
slammed.
are really crowded in town in general. But everybody's wearing their stuff from different places. I saw Purdue stuff already this morning. I saw the Jayhawk stuff is everywhere. Yeah. I mean, these people they wear the stuff.
I really hate them. I mean, I really do.
Why?
I hate Kansas fans.
What are you doing? We
KC
just
fans,
started.
Kansas fans.
Oh my God!
I mean, it's just Chief fans. Kansas City just and me don't get along. So it's just Lawrence is only an hour outside of Kansas City. Man. So it's most people who go to games in Lawrence live in Kansas City and drive in. And they're everywhere. I mean, they're just cockroaches. This is why.
We're gonna go to Kansas City.
That's fine. And I'm
going by myself.
Go ahead. No, I know all the spots. We'll go to Oklahoma Joe's. We'll head over. You'll be like, "Why are you taking me to a gas station?" I'll be like, "We're going to one of the best barbecue joints in the country."
Gas
you'll be like,
station.
Yeah, Oklahoma Joe's is in a gas station. No lie. So it's,
really?
Oh yeah, it's a very odd deal. And then we can go to Gates and we can go do the touristy stuff. And you'll ask me, why are there fountains everywhere? This is really stupid. I don't understand. Why are there fountains all over the place? So go to a Saturday day game. You can fit right in because they're going to be wearing those baby blues.
Yeah, I'm on the hunt for some blue baby blue pants. I'm going. I got the shoes on today.
Yeah,
the New Balance baby blues that I picked up in Florida. Before we proceed any further, I have to reach out to the brigade. You guys, at the beginning of the show, I'm going to remind you, and at the end of the show, I'm going to remind you. Somehow I got roped into we had Elf on the show.
We did.
All right, gambling Twitter is a complete cesspool of caca.
Yep.
Will, we're keeping it clean today for you.
We are.
All right. Newbie's doing an unbelievable job in L.A., making sure we look good, sound good as well.
I mean, we look.
This shot looks. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks
shot
amazing.
Yeah. So it looks as good as it did in Kentucky. The fun thing is the audio's fixed.
The audio is fixed.
So we sound good.
We sound good, look good, all of that. But I got roped into one of these influencer polls.
It's not a poll. It's a bracket.
It's a bracket.
It's a bracket.
Yeah. And
you're
somehow
you're the 16 seed.
I got randomly generated as the 16 seed.
Alabama State Dave.
Right. All right. Bobby Moe. We're Robert Morris for the little guys today. All right. It's almost a metaphor for the show. I'm up against Jeffrey Benson, who plays Twitter as good as anybody. All right. And Jeffrey's a really dear friend of mine. Yeah. We've done a lot of stuff together. He's been on the show multiple times. It would be a UMBC upset. I mean, it would be. The 16 doesn't have a chance this year, right? Did you see the spreads?
No, they don't.
It's the first time that all of them.
Auburn's the only one that could choke.
Please, Auburn's not.
They could choke. I mean, I'm telling you, Bruce Perrault and Auburn could choke.
Alabama State?
Sure, in-state rival.
You're crazy.
It's like 25.5 the number.
Yeah,
they could choke. Absolutely.
It closed 31.5.
Virginia lost.
31.5.
Virginia lost.
Look, just people
Purdue lost. It's happened. I mean,
yeah, they should come in.
I mean, it's
all these people on the other side.
Alabama State is not winning.
They're not winning. But listen, go vote for me at SportsBeatCake and Sig. I posted the actual poll. Let's show them what the brigade got. I mean, just cover the spread.
Yeah,
because I don't ask for nothing usually, and we'll see how this goes. But Benson will play this up because if I win this, if he routes me, if I win, Benson will push for me to win the whole thing. That's the best part.
Okay.
Both guys stick together.
Okay.
So
who's the second round? Do you know?
No.
Okay.
I mean, 116. I get the 8-9 match.
I know, but is it all influencers or is it like different people in the industry?
No, somehow I got in the made men category.
I like it.
It was the made men category. There's a Hollywood category.
Okay,
there's a made men category. I'll probably have to go against like Jeff Feinberg or somebody. I have no idea who the next round is, but I need it. It's in the chat, thebvbshow.com to go join the Discord.
Santana wants to know: chat. Did you want stirrup pants or baggy pants for the
my calves look tremendous in the pants, so I got to make sure
in the stirrup pants. You want the Titans?
Well, at the bottom.
Yeah, you want the Titans.
I mean, but my thighs and everything up top, I got to be a little baggy. I can't keep it that tight. You know what I mean?
I didn't know Newbie. He bit Louisville. Sorry, I didn't realize that. I was rubbing the ending pretty good.
Oh,
You had to listen to me.
sorry, noobs.
I was pretty excited watching that game here. Watching the Jays bury 3 after 3 after 3. I don't know.
Does that carry over though? Seriously, that's the problem.
It doesn't. But my issue with why I like this Creighton team so much, and look, I've got ties to Greg McDermott, is that a guy that, Brian Bevo, who I know on Twitter, who I've talked to for years, who is a really good college basketball gambler, said some things about Greg McDermott that I really found to be offensive, because I think, and there are some people who do believe this, that Greg McDermott actually is a guy he is a name that never lives up to the hype. And I'm always like, what hype are you talking about? Duke is going to have 3 first-round picks off this team alone. The Jays have had 3 first-round picks in their history.
Yeah.
And one of which is the coach's son. So, I have a hard time saying the Jays have underperformed in March because they were in the Missouri Valley Conference for years. Sure, they had games where they never made the Sweet 16. This was the first time. In 2001 was the first time they made the Sweet 16. They made a run to the Elite Eight.
Did I say 2021?
Yeah.
2021. You said 2001.
Oh, sorry, 2021. Sorry, 2021.
I'm like reading it says
Sorry.
2021,
So
and you said okay.
It's been a long time.
Right.
So I look at the Jays in March, and they're running into the number 1 seed overall. They're going to be, when this line draw, whenever Auburn beats, and wins out against Alabama State, the line's going to be 7. Auburn's going to be a big favorite against the Jays coming up on Saturday. And if they lose that game, well, you know what? It looks like it did when Doug was a junior and they lost to Duke, and Doug was a senior and they lost to North Carolina. I may have that flipped, but they went to Carolina back-to-back years, and they had to go play a really tough number 1 seed because they were an 8 seed and a 9 seed. Now they're a 9 seed.
Yeah.
So I don't get the criticism of Greg McDermott about he hasn't made a big move in March. Okay, well, that's why I really want him to take down the number 1 team overall in Auburn here in this bracket, because that should shut everybody up and be like, the guy, he's the most likable dude. You've met him. I mean, he sends me text messages on my birthday. Who the hell does that? He has a list of people every day. He has a list of people. He wakes up. He has a list of 500 people that end up, when their birthday comes around, he sends a text message, says happy birthday. All his former players and current players, he will send a text message and says happy birthday to them. Just because he cares about people beyond basketball.
Yeah.
He cares about them as people. So he's
to a lot of people that doesn't matter. It's good to know that he does that, and but no one. I mean, people that are betting and stuff, they could care less about any of that. I know, but there's guys. Bevo comes at you pretty good on the Twitter, and I don't know Bevo, but there's a lot of guys that like to say a lot of things that don't know. I don't like to besmirch anybody negatively that I don't know. That it seems unjustified. Listen, they won a game today. They're live to win the next game. If they play like that,
but they got to play like that.
So
it's tough.
Yeah, I don't know if that's repeatable
are you
like that.
50% from behind the arc in the first half. If you do, then okay, I'm feeling good. The one thing is that against Broome is not a tough guy, and when you play against Kalkbrenner, you got to physically move him off the spot, and that's not Jeremiah Broome's game. So that's a huge break for the Jays. They're not playing a dog. Broome's a dog, but a different type of dog. He's not a big physical guy who's going to impose his will on you. So they both play very similar styles. They're both 6'11", or Broome 6'11", Kalkbrenner 7'1".
Right.
It's a big break for the Jays. That's why I think they match up very well against Auburn. Auburn's just deeper. The Jays can't get in foul trouble. That would be and Neal's going to play like that. I mean, if Jeremiah Neal, who has exploded since they lost, when Pop Isaacs went down, I thought season over. You saw them play here in Omaha.
Oh, boy.
Here in Vegas.
Oh, Lord.
But like crap. San Diego State killed them. I mean, that was I left at halftime. It was so bad.
You were, I thought that was going to be the show today. I thought when I saw the schedule, and I thought you knew, that's why I was like, all right, he's going to watch the first half at home and then we'll leave. That was my plan, and we'll get set up. And I get the text like this morning before tip-off.
9:20.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean bring a cord? Like, what are you talking? Where are you right now? And I was doing some other hits and stuff and whatever. I'm like, oh, he's ready.
Oh yeah, I was.
Oh God,
I was.
And then when I checked the halftime score, I'm like, oh, thank goodness, thank goodness, please. Now hold on. because now that's worse. If they start out like that and
choke?
have a great,
They said the stat on the broadcast.
Oh, God.
It was the teams that were up by 15 or more points at the break in the first round of the NCAA tournament since I think 2000 were 195-0. I was like, this can't be the game. Like, like this can't be it.
Oh,
Like,
that would have been terrible.
this can't be the team. Like,
That would have been terrible.
Creighton Blue Jays can't be the team that causes this streak to end, right? Like, this can't happen. So luckily
goodness,
the Jays
thank
did not.
goodness.
They won the game by
They won
14.
and covered
So,
every number pretty much. That was good.
Yeah, it's crazy. Second half number, I actually came in and took some Louisville action in the second half just in case to hedge off of, to emotionally hedge.
Right.
I laid 5.5 in the second half. Didn't happen. Jays lost the second half by 1. They're down by 15. They won up by 15. They won by
14. Yeah.
So they lost it by 1.
Okay.
Guys, Red Tail Lounge here where we are. They are showing all the basketball games for Bracket Madness all the way up.
Hitting the table.
Sorry. To the final. I always do that during the show too. Private viewing rooms are available. They have couch seating that is here, and they've got beer towers and an awesome menu of great food specials that they're going to have throughout the entire NCAA tournament. If you're in town right now, come on over here today or tomorrow. We're back live here tomorrow as well. Same time from 12 to 1:30, 2 o'clock, but also throughout the tournament, Saturday, Sunday, Sweet 16 games, Final Four games, and the National Championship all can be watched right here at Red Tail. It's located on the district side of Resorts World. If you know, the district is what looks out onto the strip. So if you're coming in from the strip, that's you're going to walk right into it, and it's next to Zook Nightclub as well, if you guys know where Zook
You notice it says on all the literature, Red Tail Lounge by Zook.
Yep.
BY by Zook.
Right.
So it's literally by Zook.
Yeah.
So if you know where the Zook Nightclub is, that entrance, and everyone in the hotel knows where Zook is.
Yep.
So if you say, I need to find the Red Tail by Zook, they'll point you in the right direction. Just go to the big ball, the mini sphere, and turn right. We're right next to it.
And they're also going to be rocking the NFL draft here. If you're looking to come to Vegas to have a party for the NFL draft, they've got live broadcast with player interviews happening here. They'll have mock drafts going on. They're going to have giveaways and more all coming up here for the draft in April. So if you're looking, and it's kind of become a little bit of a sneaky weekend to come to Vegas for the NFL draft, just because it's a 3-day event now. So you have the night with the first round, then you have the next day with the day on Saturday, and then you get into the Sunday broadcast. So you've got 3 days of the draft. I'm not sure how much people care about the Sunday, rounds 5, 6, and 7, but it is still 2, 3, 4 is still pretty cool for the second day, and then obviously the first round is a 4-hour.
Well, it's a prime time event.
Yeah.
I mean, they do it on Thursdays, a prime time event.
Sorry,
Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thank you,
I mean, and then you can combine that if you do the draft. If there's a UFC event, this place is fantastic to watch the UFC in. It's been, I mean, I've done it personally once.
Right.
Come down, you get everything. You get, I mean, sometimes you get Sugar Shane.
True.
Even show up.
It's his place,
right? He comes here and watches. He wasn't here when I was here, but it's really cool. The sound quality for an audio guy like yourself,
great.
It's really good.
And they have 2 on the schedule. So the watch party on April the 12th for UFC 314 is scheduled, and the watch party for UFC 315 also scheduled on May the 10th. So those are the next 2 UFC watch parties happening here at Red Tail. So if you're looking for a place to come in, they turned the whole place into a gigantic UFC party. And like Dave mentioned, sometimes Sugar Shane O'Malley shows up because this is his place. So there's cool things. He's an investor here, so he comes in and he's a part of it. So definitely a cool thing to be a part of. If you haven't checked out Red Tail, I mean, it's really comfortable. The cool thing about this place is that food, drink, great, but the convenience of it is really cool. The couches are awesome.
Everything about it is convenient from the parking. You get a player's card, you get the parking, and you can just kind of stroll over. When you want to go outside, it's literally steps from outside and, go get some air, whatever, but come back in.
Right.
And inside, I mean, we watched the football games here, the college football playoff.
Yep.
That was great. The food was great. The service was great. I don't know if our people are here that were working last time. I was trying to get them on the show again. But there's Papa Shot.
Yes.
There's, they have this thing set up for March Mania. they're calling it here.
Yes.
In the brackets and everything. But there's like, big. I mean, these are beer pong
Correct.
cups, gigantic size cups.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Life size beer pong.
Yeah.
That you guys can play coming up here. If
Show up.
if you would like to do such a
Yeah.
thing. Okay, let's take a look at some live numbers. So Wisconsin's leading 79-62. They are destroying Montana.
Yep.
Live number 17.5. 150,
Close 17.
152.5. Close 151.
Yep. No. There's a steam up. It closed 152.5 or 153.
So we're on the number. So literally
right on the number.
Houston's leading 58-30, up by 28 points on SIU Edwardsville. The live number 33.5 there, 135.5. That number was 129.5. I almost bet the over there, but notice the trend, guys. Over. We are seeing offense in this tournament so far. Auburn is up 19-13 on Alabama State. That number is still 28.5, but that number is down to 147.5 from a live total perspective. Tipping off here in about 5 minutes. Clemson against McNeese. That number is 7.5. How do you handicap this game knowing that Will Wade is leaving and will not be the coach of this team in McNeese after the
thing
game?
is a mess.
Clemson money line.
I mean, it has to be. No,
I'm parlaying Clemson money line with
is he
UC.
coaching?
Yes.
Are you all right with that?
Yes. Sure. I'm all right with
That
that.
he's
Sure.
coaching?
Yeah. I think he's earned the right to coach his team if he wants to. Sure. It's not like you're going to go and have a press conference at NC State tomorrow. So, there's no huge rush while the tournament's going on. Get to Monday and then do it all on Monday. So I'm fine with it if he wins 2 games. My problem is if he goes deep, if we're to beat Clemson and beat somebody else. So my issue is this team big time. This number was 3 or 4, and this thing jumped up to 7. So once we found out the news, it just got pulled down and put back up. And when it got put back up, at 7.5. Flew high. So I have a minus 120 moneyline parlay with Clemson and UCLA because I just don't think McNeese shows up today.
There has to be something done. I think coaches taking jobs before their season is done.
You want the NFL rule. You can't talk to a coach during the playoffs.
I don't think you should.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of what that's like in that room. Like, hey, let's go win one for the coach on his way out the door.
Right.
Like,
you're moving.
It's awkward as hell.
If you're a sophomore, freshman, the only benefit is that, back in the day when coaches would do this, you would have to transfer and sit a year. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. So now there's not as big of a deal, but you're still transferring. You're still leaving, going to a different school. And a new coach coming in means your scholarship is not going to be honored. And there's a lot of stress that comes with this just from a life perspective as a college kid when your coach decides to up and leave. So I don't like it. No, I think, but I don't know if you can.
You could.
a rule.
I'm just trying to think what it would be like in that room and going, all right, boys, let's play for each other. Let's, the hell with the coach. I mean, he's leaving, F him. Yeah. Let's go beat Clemson. I don't know. I just, it's so, I'm not, saw what happened in West Virginia.
Yeah.
When D-Rock.
Have you seen the social media?
Oh, the vitriol's unbelievable. I mean, there's a lot of things.
I've heard scumbag. I've heard backstabber,
everything,
liar.
It's ugly.
Yeah, West Virginia people are really mad.
Yeah.
At Darren DeVries. And he basically, in CBW, sent the clip to us yesterday on Twitter that basically he admitted it. He basically said that—
I talked to them in the Bahamas.
He admitted he had a meeting with Indiana and that they were respectful, he said, throughout the entire process. But once Mike Woodson made it known that he was going to retire, they were actively searching for a new coach. And Darren DeVries essentially was lobbying for another job while he was getting paid by West Virginia. And his son, Tucker, was taking NIL money when they knew they were going to shut him down.
Yeah.
To keep his redshirt year so he could go play at Indiana. I'm sorry. I wanted to—
What is that? That don't seem right.
I want to defend the DeVries family. I really want to sit there and say that that's just sports and that's where the game is, and they played the game well.
Right.
But I can't say that that's appropriate. I can't defend that behavior. I don't know if I was in their shoes. I don't know what I would have done. But then why did you take the job at West Virginia?
Well, you didn't know the Indiana job was going to come open.
Yeah, but that's life, though. I mean, that's
okay.
You never
that's
know
okay. All of it, taking the job at West Virginia and doing enough to get interest from Indiana,
right,
is fine. There's nothing wrong with that,
right.
But the way it went down and not finishing the job at West Virginia, essentially,
right. Not even. I mean,
the back end of the season did not go well for West Virginia
because I think it leaked out. Again, I think
that's what I mean. Inside the room, so
yeah.
like the reaction today for McNeese State players and stuff, like it can't be good.
No,
it can't be good.
I think that they found out. I think that's why the season went to crap, because they had some really big wins early in that season, and we had B. Howe. I talked about it yesterday, but we had him on the show.
And I haven't heard from him yet.
And DeVries was Darren DeVries was the midseason coach of the year in college basketball. He had amazing upsets, and he had a totally new roster, and Tucker was playing really well. And then the meeting happened. And then everything went to crap once I think the kids found out that the coach was not going to be there next year, and it was a year-by-year thing. So, that's a really tough deal. So Clemson and McNeese, that game is tipped off. It's 2-2 after 3 minutes or 2 minutes here in that one. BYU and VCU, man alive! I cannot wait I got a live bet this game. First blush is over at 148.5, but VCU's defense is so good that I wonder if that trend's not going to continue with all this offense. But BYU can shoot the ball as well as anybody in the country.
Did that really open at 142.5? It's at 147.5, 148.5, all over the place.
Run.
And that game is where? Ball Arena. Oh, that's Denver.
Altitude, yeah. Because BYU's going to have a big advantage at altitude.
So that's that's not the first game at that venue. Montana and Wisconsin's the first game at that venue.
Yeah, that's almost over.
And that's almost over, and that's over the total. 147. No, what is so it's over already?
Yeah. This game, 9 seconds. According to DraftKings, there's 9 seconds left. But
and what's the score?
85-66.
85-66.
So
okay, so it's
a pretty
over.
Good route.
Barely over though. I mean, the total closed 152.5 there.
Okay,
so that
game's over now.
That's okay.
That's final. 61-30.
151.
Houston's over back down to 128.5. Back down below the closing number for the Cougars.
So Montana and Wisconsin opened 148.5, closed 152.5, and fell in the middle. 151.
Wow. How about that?
So watch the numbers, you guys.
In-game.
I mean, and this is something, and again, thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. The live shows are awesome. If you're in town, come by. If you can't make it today, we will be here tomorrow, same time, same bat channel, all that stuff, noon to 2 Pacific.
Yeah.
We got a seat, we got a camera. Come by, you're on the show.
Yep.
And just keep in mind, if you're watching a replay on Sports Grid or listening on Sirius XM 159, the Thursday games don't affect the Friday numbers.
Nope.
But people bet the Friday games based on the Thursday results. Now, the games have gone under for years. In the first half and game under, I think Ralph Michaels put it out yesterday. If in the last 5 years you bet the first half under and the game under, you go 59.5%. That's
pretty good.
Pretty good.
Not happening
59.5%
not happening
is
now.
good at anything in sports betting.
But it's not happening now.
No. Well,
Overs.
Don't just go overs tomorrow because the games today are going over. That's my caution. Like, these matchups are over matchups. Wisconsin's been an over team, no?
Late in the year, yes. Yes.
BYU's an over team.
Yes. But VCU is an under team. So to contrast.
Who wins that game side-wise?
Well, I have BYU to the Elite Eight, so I'm pretty high on BYU.
My first lean is VCU.
Most people's lean is VCU.
But we've seen BYU go. We've seen BYU go.
The draw, and I like them in Denver. I like them at altitude. They're going to have a ton of fans there. VCU is not going to bring many people. I think this is going to be an awesome environment, but I like BYU getting to play in the Mountain Time Zone and having a chance to play at altitude up against VCU, who's going to need to play defense. I think second half legs could be a problem for VCU.
So you have BYU beating Wisconsin in the next game.
Yep, and I love the over in that game. The second that thing opens.
You know how many times I've seen Wisconsin just not make the second weekend?
Yep.
Like they win the first game a lot.
Yep.
And then they don't win the second game a lot.
Yep.
And they're lubed up. Like Wisconsin fans are here, and they are. I mean, they're top 5 in the country as far as drinking. And
Madison,
showing
Wisconsin
up
is considered the number 1 party school in America.
Is it really?
Yeah, by most metrics, it's the number.
Is that a Perraultism or is that a real thing?
It's a real thing.
Number 1?
Playboy was the first one to do it. Playboy voted Wisconsin the best party school in America, but it's been confirmed by a lot that Madison is the craziest. There's nothing to do but drink.
We're never going to Wisconsin.
It's just I'll go there to drink. You send me to Madison. I'll go there to drink. Go there to drink. That's what we're there for.
Oh my God!
We're not there to do anything else. We're there to drink.
Obviously. All right. Well, they come here and wear the gear. They got a Thursday win early. They're going to be lubed up. The weather's going to be like 68 to 70 degrees for a high, so it's sunny. They're going to be all wearing shorts. It's not that warm yet, but it's nice enough for them. Drinking tomorrow, betting a ton, and partying and to get to Saturday. So who does Wisconsin want to see more?
BYU.
You think?
Yeah, definitely. They're going to play their style. VCU is going to grind you. You don't want to deal with VCU's defense. That's going back to the Shaka Smart days. They're going to make your life hell. So
Man.
If I'm Wisconsin, I'd rather play BYU. I know I can win that type of basketball game. VCU is a different story. They're going to take me out of what I want to do. So I think Wisconsin's pulling for BYU. I do think BYU is going to win. So then I think you're going to get what you want if you're Wisconsin. I just think that BYU is a better version of Wisconsin.
Okay.
So
Addison the Wrench has a ticket on Wisconsin 75-1. That's good.
To do what?
That's
to do what?
To win a championship.
That and kindling will sort of fire for you.
Whoa.
That's not doing it.
Listen, you can get to the second weekend. That's some work there.
You can hedge it. Go on. But
yeah.
Auburn.
So Wisconsin covered.
Yes. Auburn's
17.
On 4. Guys, I'm telling you, Auburn in March are like oil and water.
My God. What in the world is Houston doing to SIU Edwardsville?
What we thought they would do.
My goodness.
Up by 31.
That is ugly.
Yeah. Hedge hog. Good job, Addison. Yeah. Grab the value and hedge. Yes.
Right.
100%. Yes. Hedge off everything. And I'm going to do that with Iowa State. I'm going to start betting against Iowa State soon. Not in the first game, but in the second game, I'm going to bet against Iowa State. I got a 20-1 ticket on Iowa State, and I don't think Iowa State gets to the second weekend. So hopefully I'm wrong, but there's so many injuries for TJ's team. I mean, this is, when you have injuries in March, it sucks because you want to be at your best, you want to be healthy, and you want to be able to go and show your best. And you get a 3 seed because you have your body of work has been so great,
right?
But you're not going to be able to showcase it because you're down 3 players. So, and I think Lipsy's banged up. So your starting point guard's out in a tournament game. Bad news. bad news.
The show normally starts with what happened last night.
Yes.
So we're almost 30 minutes into the show. Yeah. We haven't even mentioned what happened last night. The SEC, it just means more. Didn't mean more late last night for Texas. It was a fun run.
Well,
are you in? Are you out? Either way, you're not playing no more, Texas.
Yeah.
Xavier moves on. Eli,
it's just unfair.
Came on and lives another day.
He does, but I don't
know
how much.
My goodness, what longer. A comeback that was!
Great
that
comeback,
flew over.
It's unfair, though.
Thanks, Texas. Thanks for coming.
I mean,
SEC is 0-1.
They're 0-1, but I mean they'll be 1-1 after Auburn wins here. But it's. I feel like it's unfortunate, and there's no real fair way of doing this because the Jays had to play at MSG, which is the home court for St. John's in the Big East final. The Jays had to play in Lexington today, which is only an hour away from Louisville. They killed it, which is great. Which is why I think they took it out on them because they were pissed off about where they were sent. Because they just went and played. I mean, when they got the draw, every Creighton fan I knew sent me text messages going like, what the hell is that? Like they're playing Louisville and Lexington? That's a joke.
Why?
because they're both runners-up in their conference tournaments. One's an 8 seed, one's a 9 seed, and they put them an hour away from Lexington, from Louisville Lexington.
But that didn't really help Louisville at all.
It did. They killed them, which is, again, I think the Jays were pissed off and they took it out against them.
Yes, sir.
But that game last night, you saw it in the second half. Now, I came in and I had Texas +3. I took Xavier +6.5. So I went 1-1 in that game. It didn't really injure me. It was a paper cut loss. But you looked at the crowd and I was like, man, this is going to be really tough. If Texas starts to melt, they're going to struggle because this crowd's going to be in their head the entire second half. And that's exactly what happened. That was a home game. You're playing a tournament game on the road. That stinks. I felt for Texas last night on that. I felt for them.
It is what it is. They're out.
Yep.
Xavier's moving on. And
I don't think Texas belonged. I'm a Big East guy, so I was happy to see Xavier play like that. I was happy to see them advance, and I think Sean Miller is a little bit of a forgotten commodity of just how good of a basketball coach that Sean Miller is. So that's a nice win for Xavier to see them advance. I think Xavier's got a real good shot in the next round.
They play Illinois.
Yep. I think that they can beat
What's
Illinois.
that number? I didn't look.
4? Rodney Terry got canned. Is that true? I would have fired him personally. I think the team was woefully underperforming this year. So if that happened, I would. But I didn't think that was.
Listen, you Texas fans, congrats.
I would let
you
him
get
go.
close. You don't close the show. All right. It happened in football. The expectations for Texas, Perrault, I don't think they're attainable. They talk about being the best in recruiting, the best in the facilities. They do have the most money. So they don't win.
Well, Rodney Terry, remember how Rodney Terry got that job, though? That was the whole Chris Beard debacle with him and getting that job. So there wasn't really – Rodney Terry really wasn't – he was an internal hire that was similar to like Rich Bisaccia with the Raiders. Like everybody wasn't really sold like 100%. They didn't do a big coaching search. He hadn't done it anywhere else. Like he didn't have this big resume of a guy to have a job the size of Texas. So he was always sort of a dead man walking. The second they don't live up to expectations, he was going to be let go. I mean, Texas
is that a big job? Are they
Texas?
getting some?
Yes, yes.
Well, no, they're in the big. Oh no, they're in the SEC now.
It's a big job. Yes, they will spend with everyone. They will have.
Oh, there's no doubt they're going to spend. Who takes that job?
Well, that's a great question. That's a phenomenal question. Who takes that job? Because in the Big 12, recruiting Texas is all you need to do in football and basketball, and you will be dominant. But in the SEC, basketball, yeah. But in the SEC, it's a different conversation because a lot of these kids want to play in and around home. SEC travel is significant for Texas. Like
SEC travel is significant for every team now in the SEC.
Yeah. So you're playing like in the Big 12.
It used to be really easy.
Yep. You could sell mom and dad. I'm playing at Texas A&M. I'm playing at Texas Tech. I'm playing at Oklahoma. I'm playing at Oklahoma State.
The Big 12 was in the middle. They were short trips.
Kansas State. Mom, dad, you can drive to watch me play in all these road games. Well, now in the SEC, I mean, you're playing in South Carolina. You're playing in Georgia. You're playing in Alabama. You're playing on the West Coast. You're going, you're playing all over the place right now. And so it makes it more difficult, I think, for Texas. They've got to be recruiting, nationally, basketball-wise. They can't just recruit Texas.
Well, I think they are. I think they have been, and I think they've tried. But, I don't know. I mean, the SEC stepped up the game in basketball this year.
Past 2 years, 3 years,
and that's a result of what they've been doing the past couple years.
Right.
And ironically, we were in Nashville and went to the games, and we turned to each other multiple times and said, man, Texas and Oklahoma feel like outsiders at a party.
Yeah, it was.
They feel like the kids, you've all been at parties that boy, everybody knows everybody, and everybody, it feels like they've been doing this a long time.
Why are you here?
You're looking around going, man, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And you try to be in, and you try to be the cool kid, and I don't know. I just feel like, obviously, for football, the transition was easier. But man, that's a tough spot.
Bob Baskerville, how are you inside the chat? So Texas will be a huge job. So confirm it to us, guys. Did they fire Rodney Terry? If they did, oh my.
Football first school for Baskerville, he says, but they'll find money to spend on basketball after this season. The bar has been raised.
For
yes,
it
has.
For the whole conference. 14. See, this is the problem. If you're South Carolina and you're going, wait a minute, us and one other school got left. Didn't get in, like LSU and South Carolina both have difficult conversations to have in their athletic departments, saying that 14 teams got in and we're the 2 guys left out. I know we got to change what we're doing here. We got to up the ante, either NIL or change head coaches or whatever we're going to do. So I mean, and I think at one point South Carolina was trending, like a team that might have an outside shot at making the dance. So they got to feel pretty good about next year for what they're going to do. LSU's a different story. They got some serious work to do with their basketball program. But this is, I think, if you're Texas and you're looking at Auburn and Alabama being in the top 5 of the country, it's no longer just Kentucky you're worried about. That was the tradition. That was the program that you were always measuring yourself up to.
Right.
Not anymore. Now it's Alabama. Now it's Auburn. Now it's Kentucky. Now it's Tennessee. You look at now it's Florida. I mean, those 5 programs are all way above you, and Texas is not used to that. And like you mentioned, when we walked in, you're like, man, nobody really gives a flip about Texas, huh? Nope. In the SEC, and I'm telling you, this is the biggest change for Longhorn fans who used to go to the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City, and they were the cock of the walk. They walked in and they thought that they were the big boys. And now
I haven't heard that expression in a while.
And now
I like that expression.
And now they're going into a Nashville where everyone's like, oh, right, you're in this conference. We forgot about you. Where in Kansas City, they walked in and that burnt orange was hated. There's no history with the SEC. There's no rivalry with the SEC. There will be eventually. But right now, Texas is an also-ran. And they're not used to being an also-ran. That is not typical for a team that is used to being very, very well respected in the conference and also to have a big say in what the conference is going to do.
Yep.
The SEC doesn't care what Texas wants.
Nope.
They could care less.
Nope.
They're like, oh, you're here? Good. Sit down and shut up. You're lucky to be here, okay? We're allowing you to be in this conference.
Yep.
You're lucky to have a spot at the table, and that is not typical. And it was warned for a long time. I remember Iowa State fans used to warn Texas fans all the time when they were flirting with the Pac-12. They used to say, be careful what you wish for, because you guys go to a conference. Well, the Big 12 listened to Texas and Oklahoma, and every demand that they had, they gave it to them. They all conceded. Every athletic director conceded when they went to Big 12 meetings. It was, yes, sir, can I have another? Kansas State, Iowa State, Oklahoma State. They all were begging for OU and Texas to stay. They finally left, and now they got to deal with the fact that no one cares about them in the SEC.
Yeah.
It's a different world. It's
so fast, too, how it changes.
Yeah.
And they got to be thinking that. I mean, again, we're going to see McNeese State play today. And their coach is already taking another job.
Question for you.
Yes.
Would you take Alabama State plus 17.5?
Wow.
They're down 3.
How much time?
3 to play in the first half.
17. I wish I had 30.
You can take 18.5 right now.
I wish I had 30.
You want 30? You think they're going to outscore them by 27?
No. I wish I had the 30. Then I would say, if I had Alabama State plus 30, it's hard to say to take 17.5 now.
Yeah, it's creeping up. Now it's 19.
Yeah, I mean, this is when the run happens right before the end of the first half. And this helps set the line for the in-game and the overall in the second half. So I can't say yes right now because I think I could get 24 in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I'd wait. Now, does Auburn fix whatever's going on in the second half?
Probably.
They can run them out, right?
Probably.
This is when they run. I mean, you take the dog like that in the first half, and then you see the favorite run them out in the second half. Depth, tired. Alabama State already played a game, traveled, right? This is when it catches up. Second game, second half.
Ooh. Interesting. I think 19.5 is the total. Man, it's 36.5 for Houston at the moment. If you want Houston, McNeese is up 10-6 with 12 to play in the first half. Well, there's a first half under coming in, so there's your first one of these. McNeese is definitely dictating tempo in the 12-5 matchup there between McNeese and Clemson. So see what the Tigers look like. That was, we talked a lot about the fact that Clemson might lose their coach too. It may not just be McNeese losing their coach. Clemson might lose their coach as well. So that's a huge storyline going into the first weekend of the NCAA tournament is the number of teams that could be losing their coaches.
Right.
Georgia and Gonzaga. This will tip off at 45 minutes. Gonzaga is laying 7.5 points. The total was 152.5. You saw Georgia play in the SEC tournament.
I was impressed.
You think she'd be this big of a dog? I don't. 7.5 is 7.5.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at this number.
So the danger of this game, and talking both here on the show and to other people, is that
Georgia can't score
and could get run out.
But they haven't been run out in a while.
I know, but if Gonzaga, with all of the metrics, the measurements, and all that other things, if they start hitting threes, turn the ball over a few times, and get up double digits, it could be ugly. Bye-bye for Georgia.
The streak, right? So
could go away.
The streak for Coach Few in the Sweet 16 is what, like 18 straight years, 17 straight years? It's something stupid that he's been dominant in the NCAA tournament. They aren't normally the 8 seed when that happens. They have been a top 5 seed consistently for almost 2 decades now.
Look at this. There's a Davidson shirt.
Oh, my. Steph Curry Davidson shirt. I was there. I saw that game. I saw that team. I saw Steph play at Davidson at UMass. They were in the UMass bubble when UMass played and lost to St. Louis.
Probably didn't even recognize
in Atlanta. Recognized him. I know who he was. He was a thin,
I know. That's what I mean. When you see him in college
he
now, you
tiny.
can't even imagine it's the same person.
I was like, oh, that guy. It was like we all knew he could shoot. Davidson was there. It was fun to watch Steph. It was like, oh, that guy's good. I had no clue that Steph Curry was going to turn into Stephen Curry, like the greatest shooter in the history of the game. Never thought that was going to happen when I was watching him in Atlanta after UMass lost their first round game. That's the story of me driving back through Carolina going 105 and getting pulled over. And the cop asking me, where the hell am I going? I said, I'm coming back from college basketball. And he said, really? Come in my car. And we sat down, we talked college hoops, and he said, slow down, go home.
Very lucky.
In North Carolina.
Yeah.
Very lucky that Carolina is hoop crazy in March. So I was very, very fortunate to have that happen. The other early games that would tip off here coming up at 3:50 Eastern time. Tennessee and Wofford. That is an 18.5-point line with a total of 134.5. We don't expect Tennessee to have any problems today, right?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
And then we hit the game that I cannot wait to
totals
watch.
135. 135. Wofford and Tennessee.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that an under Baskerville or an over?
Yeah, that's under. Yeah, Tennessee's defense is going to. I mean, much like Houston, I don't think Wofford's going to score at all.
Right.
So that's why SIU Edwards that game will go under because they can't score. But then Arkansas and Kansas is the game that I cannot wait to watch.
The night session is going to be great tonight. Arkansas, Kansas, there.
Drake and Missouri.
Sneaky good game.
Drake, Missouri?
Sneaky good game.
More than sneaky. I got 7 on Drake. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ben McCollum, again, much like we're talking about with McNeese, the big question is whether or not Ben McCollum is going to leave Drake. But 3 of the 4 kids that came from Northwest Missouri State with Ben McCollum won D2 national championships not once but twice. They will not be intimidated by tournament play. They know how to win. They've been here before. I know it's not the NCAA tournament, but tournament stress is tournament stress. Win in advance, lose, and go home. So I love Bennett Sturts. Everyone's running around saying this kid's going to be the story of March. Very possible. But Northwest Missouri State, and you're playing Mizzou in the NCAA tournament, Super Bowl time. This is a Super Bowl performance coming from Drake.
Right.
Give me the Bulldogs. Give me the Bulldogs.
Oh, man. There's another one. Yale and Texas A&M.
I like Yale.
That's also that's at 4:25 Pacific, 7:25 Eastern.
After watching A&M in the SEC tournament, no thank you. No thank you. Buzz, no thank you. Wade Taylor, no thank you.
Wow.
No thank you.
Totals 140. Yale beat Auburn last year.
Yep, knocked them out in the first round. And they're back with a lot of those kids that were on that team last year.
That's
These are the programs that have consistency that I
Yeah.
think you're going to have a tough time with because, talent-wise, they're not nearly as good, but they're battle-tested. There's going to be no fear. Like they know they've done it before. Like, okay, let's go out there and play our brand of basketball. Make them play our game.
So those are the 4 games later
Yep.
at that session. Arkansas, Kansas, Wofford, Tennessee,
Yep.
Drake and Missouri,
Yale.
and Yale and Texas A&M.
Yep, those 4.
Which one gets, if we have to pick audio in the book for one game, which one is it?
Arkansas, Kansas.
I don't even think it's close.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's close.
Arkansas, Kansas.
That one is going to be,
It's a barn burner.
man, is
Self, John Calipari in
the
Providence.
Kansas people are going to be so upset if they lose. They're favored, Perrault.
They are. I got 5.5.
Yeah, it's down to 4.5. It's 5 pretty much, universal number. All right. Guys, type it in the chat. -5 Kansas, +5 Arkansas. We've seen this happen before, good and bad in the chat. Don't be groupthink. Just put your opinion in there. Nobody's judging. Nobody cares
Arkansas
how many
didn't
units
deserve
you
a
got.
bid. What are you talking about?
Whoa,
Crazy.
Johnny Parlay,
What
come
are you
on.
talking about? That's
Johnny Parlay's getting ready for baseball season.
They were in.
What's he talking about?
They weren't just in. They were in.
Yeah.
Easily in.
There's the Shrew. Shrew says Arkansas. T-Boyd, Tyrone, Arkansas. Francisco Ochoa, Arkansas.
Pitt.
Jimmy Football, Razors. Uh-oh. I mean, does anybody think Kansas? Santana, +5. Who did Arkansas beat? I mean, they won a couple games late in the SEC.
Oh, yeah.
The SEC got the furl. We'll see after Thursday, Friday. We'll see whether it just meant anything.
I
for
think
the
it's.
SEC.
I think the number is crazy though. Like the 8.5. How many first-round games will the SEC win? 8.5 was the number.
Just win outright?
Yeah. Of the 14 games they're going to play, how many wins?
Did that count the Texas game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. How many games are they going to win? 8.
None of them play each other.
No.
So
it's
it's 14 games. 8.5 was the number.
I had 9-5 when I went through it. I went 9-5. I bet over.
What was the price?
-110 both sides.
Good number.
Actually 150.
8.5.
Actually 115
both sides. Yeah. The new norm.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Ross Randall, Arkansas +5. Chicago Kristen, Arkansas +5. Tyrone Boyd said, "Who'd Kansas beat?" Chat's feisty today. I like it.
Kansas
boys
sucks.
and girls.
I mean,
Kansas sucks. Here we go.
Kansas is just god awful.
The school, not this place.
Oh no,
Go get
Kansas,
barbecue.
Kansas
No.
in the State's pretty bad.
No, don't say it.
Have you been there?
She wants to come on the show.
I mean, Kansas.
She
Kansas
can
is
come on
bad.
the show.
Kansas is
Come
bad,
on, sit down.
Bad. I mean, KU.
You
is-
can come on the show.
She's probably from KU. She looks like a KU fan.
Yeah, they got Kansas City. The guy had a
Oh.
Kansas City Royals hat on.
They literally scream. They literally scream Kansas. Like I could literally look
Come
at
on
them.
in.
I could just look at them.
Come on in.
and I know where she's from.
This is why
She's
I wore the Royals.
She's
stuff.
from Kansas City.
There's no doubt.
Short,
There's
blonde.
no doubt.
short, blonde.
Yes.
Like you are from Kansas City, like 100%. Like you are. Like I looked.
Oh,
one look at her.
man,
I'm like, you are from Kansas
We're
City.
plugging that speaker in tomorrow. There's no doubt. I can work it right now. Come on the show.
Clemson's getting bullied, huh? What's the score there? 18-8. Wow. All right.
McNeese State.
Hey, look, it's a very popular bet.
The ACC is going to get buried if they lose. Louisville got smoked,
Yeah.
right?
Carolina looked good though.
They did. And Duke is the other one, right? That's it.
Well, I cannot believe Cooper Flagg is playing. That's the crazy.
Why not?
Why would you play that?
You
next
got to
game?
play him to get
Why?
reps.
For what reason?
What do you mean? We got to see how good he is because we got to
Why?
see. We can't put him in a Sweet 16.
I mean, I get it. You can play him versus Baylor. Okay, fine. I'll hear that. Play him in the round of 32 because Baylor is the opponent. I'll hear you on that. I don't understand why you would go ahead and play him.
Like, we can play him 2 minutes a quarter. Just
Okay,
get out
that's
there and see.
Fine, but like availability and playing are two different things. Like playing real minutes, like playing him 10 minutes a half. I don't get why you would do that in a meaningless game. I wouldn't play him. I would hold him out.
Pop up Bear Maulings, which I'm calling him now since he's a daddy.
Isn't he here?
No.
Oh.
He lives here. I mean,
No, he worked here at 3
Oh,
a.m.
yeah, but he don't work here no more. Oh,
He told me he was coming here at 3 a.m.
Oh, today?
Yeah, he said his shift started at 3 a.m. today.
Oh, this is the. Oh, okay. I thought he kept the other thing. Okay, but he said not trying to jinx it, but your boy has a perfect bracket running. I mean, Bear Mullings, like it just started. You should have a perfect bracket running.
Yeah, it's too.
When do you start to have the lament of the bracket? Like if you feel
when my first Final Four team loses.
Good call. It's the first Final Four team out.
Yeah,
as long as you have the Final Four teams in it, you're okay.
So most years I have half the Final Four, half the champion, and I pick the champion right. Most years, that's how I go.
Okay.
In my history of filling out brackets,
right?
I normally have half the Final Four, get half the championship game right, and I normally pick the champion. So
shout out to all the people who are running the bracket contest. Yeah. I don't participate because I can't say yes to 1 and no to 100, so I just say no to 800 of them.
Correct. Yeah.
And try to keep it fair. But JC from KC and the boys in the chat did one with BBB. Thank you guys for that.
Did. That's cool.
That was good. We chose not to do one with everybody else doing one, so maybe we'll come up with something else.
Well, so Houston's dribbling it out. What was the final line? Where did it close at?
Houston closed 29.
So they're up 27. So the cover is going to come in here. They're dribbling it out up 27. So SIU Edwardsville is going to cover.
Wow. And that game's going under?
Yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, I was going to bet SIU Edwardsville's team total, I think, was 45. So I was going to bet under that.
Wow.
I should have bet that.
Okay.
So there we go with that. SIU Edwardsville coming in. Yeah. Under 49.5. That was good. Yeah, I saw 45. I thought it was lower than that, but under 49.
No,
that's
Houston's
good.
Up 37. They covered. This number's still a minute and a half left. I didn't look at the current number.
Oh, they covered.
Yeah, they covered.
So I thought the dribble out was J-Dow said Houston up 27 seconds. It's up 27 at the line with 12.3 seconds left.
Right.
Is what he said.
Clemson 8.7 turnovers so far. Chef Benny.
Is
that where Chef Benny's at? Chef Benny's at one of the sites.
Providence.
He's at Providence.
Yep. He's at Providence. He's going. He's watching.
He's going to the night game.
Arkansas and Kansas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
78-40 final. Wow. Oh, the dribble out was for SIU. Okay. For their team.
78-40 final. Thank you, J. Dalbets. Wowza.
That was for the total. Okay, that's why we're talking dribble out. Okay.
Yeah.
So it stayed under the total for the game. Okay, that makes sense for that. Clemson with 8 points and 7 turnovers, like you said, with Chef Benny. That's pretty ugly.
What do you think happens on the other side of this little gate? Like, it's not a gate. It's just the trim, the metal.
Okay.
People are, like, looking in, and then I feel like they're looking at us, going, who are those two jamokes?
Yeah, and the game's behind us.
But the game's all behind us.
Yes.
And the Big Game Hunter game is right behind us. Which, are you a good one-shooter guy, like game?
Buck Hunter?
Buck Hunter? Like, are you? I am not good at the
this
point of view shooter guy games.
I'm okay at it, but this is the biggest. Excuse my.
Don't do it. We're keeping it clean.
No, it's an insult. But this is the biggest redneck game in all bars in the South. Buck Hunter is like you're in the South when
Big Buck Hunter.
Yeah, when there's a Big Buck Hunter, you're in the South. Like there's that in Golden Tee. Like those are the
which is right behind it.
Yeah, like
there's a Golden Tee over there.
You might as well be in like Alabama.
On the other side of that pillar is a Golden Tee.
Yeah. So those are the
I've
two.
I've never played that Big Buck Hunter behind me. I've never done it once.
There's a reason for it. You're from Pennsylvania.
Listen, they hunt in Pennsylvania. It's really something. I mean, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, with a lot of Alabama in between, has been described for Pennsylvania.
Okay. It is
but I'm not a gun guy. I'm not a good first-person shooter game. I never was. I tried to play Grand Theft Auto.
Oh wow! I played GTA for a while.
Yeah,
but then I grew up, so so I couldn't do that anymore.
You see the kids play Fortnite. You're like, what are you even doing? I mean, they're.
I just can't believe that Major League Baseball and the Dodgers made an Ohtani Fortnite character.
It's fantastic.
Shows you how universal that guy is right now. He's there.
If we had the stinger available, we would play it right now because did you see how many people watched the game in Japan?
Yes. We told you about it. It was 1 in 5 of the whole country watched the game. The whole country.
And by the way, they were the Cubs home games, by the way, that were given up, not the Dodger home games.
That's crazy. GoldenEye was the OG original shooter game. I would agree. NES, Super Nintendo, you boy 64. You know what I'm talking about. My age. You know it. Yeah. Stoner Special.
Yeah.
We'll play that.
You guys like those games.
Ken Griffey Jr. and GoldenEye were two things.
Amazing. The baseball games.
And then
awesome.
and then Mario Kart came out, so you had those 3 games were the original. Like that's the thing you'd stay home and play.
Yeah.
Like skip school and just do Mario Kart concerts.
I feel like we are a Midwest homing beam right now here at Resorts World because you're wearing a Creighton.
Yes,
there's my man Kenny.
That's true.
What's up, Kenny? Come on in, brother. You can sit down, hang out.
He's wearing a Yankee hat.
He's wearing a Yankee hat. This is one of our guys.
He's wearing a Yankee.
He works at one of our local establishments here with the merch place.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Kenny's a big part of.
So why is he wearing
a lot of? So why is he swag? Kenny's a Yankee fan.
Why is he wearing a Yankee hat?
He's a Yankee fan.
If you like swag,
he likes Yankee
why
stuff.
are you wearing that stuff?
He likes Yankee stuff.
Can't wear that. That's not swag.
Kenny, you going to come on and be on the show? I need you on the show. Come sit down right now. Yeah, when you're ready. You've attracted attention with that Yankee hat. So this is great. Yeah.
Clemson's in trouble.
We got to see if the guest
it's not
might work.
Clemson's not in trouble until the second half.
Sit down, brother.
Is it still halftime? Is it halftime or
All
not?
right. Put that on. Look, he's sweating the game right now. Hold on. He's sweating the game.
Flip that. There you
Flip
go.
that. There you go. My God.
What's up?
What's up?
All right,
How are you?
Kenny.
What
Look
up?
right in that camera and tell the people who you are.
All right, my
That
name's
camera.
Kenny.
This
camera,
camera,
all right.
right there.
My name's Kenny. You know, I'm still cool sports better, you know.
Yeah.
Knowing Dave for, 2-3 years now?
You're like my fashion consultant.
Oh, yeah, I got it. I got him fitted. I think you got that hat from me at the store right now. You got on.
100%.
Where's
Yeah.
the store?
It's Uniform Sports,
Yes.
Premium South.
Yes.
Come check us out. We got all the hats, got all
I
the
was there
gear.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, come check us out. We got a lot of new jerseys in. And they're the old jerseys. Last year's jerseys was trash.
Uh-huh.
So this year's are way
good
better.
stuff. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I love the BBB hat. Let's go.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
bad, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I got it made there. I got it made.
Kenny has one. Kenny has a
I got like
BBB
3
hat. And yeah, I
They're
know.
3 of them.
I mean, Kenny wears them proudly around town. But why are you wearing that Yankee hat, Kenny?
Oh, if it's a fitted, it's a Yankee fitted. Blue.
Always.
Always.
So-
I'm still repping that, the World Series.
That's an
from last
old hat
year.
right there, bro.
Yeah. You already
That
know.
World Series for the Yankees is a while ago.
Oh, man. Let's go. We
Are you
need it.
worried about the Yankees this year?
I'm not worried at all.
What do you mean? No Garrett Cole? I mean,
Oh.
and you know
We
the show's
should,
called
though. We got-
Bostonian
hey, we
versus
got
the
Max
Red
Fried.
Sox.
We got Max Free. We
but
just,
you're
what
all
we
right.
need. What we needed to do was not put Nestor in game 1. Well, I don't know what man was
hold on.
doing.
So if they shut down Stanton for the year, are you going to be okay with it then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get one bat. You guys couldn't
Man,
score. You guys couldn't score
Hey,
last
we
year. with
got
Soto.
Belly. Belly's he's made for that stadium.
Oh,
boy.
you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. but
Left-handed bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep Judge healthy.
Right.
You
gracious.
know, move Judge to either left or right.
You guys
We
aren't
good.
going to score. You can't have 2 bats in that
Man,
lineup. You pitch
we
around
good.
you guys.
Hey,
You're
pitch
good.
around them. We got.
Worried about the bullpen at all?
3 starters,
No,
3,
no,
4,
wait,
5.
I'm-
bullpen.
You know what I'm worried about is see if Volpe can just stay consistent. That's what
Yeah.
we need. Get him
Yeah.
on base.
Yeah.
Hit and run. Get him moving. Play small ball. We might have to play small ball this year. We might have to.
You're in trouble. You play small ball. You're in trouble.
we talking about this
Small
Boston
ball
guy
at
over here,
Yankee
man. This
Stadium.
Boston guy.
That's crazy.
You're in
Man.
trouble. You're
Nah,
playing small ball. You're in
on
trouble.
the road, not in the Yankee
Oh,
Stadium.
okay. We can hit long balls in Yankee Stadium. So, what's it like for you today? You're off
Yeah,
today.
off work. Yeah.
Off work,
Gotta
and
love
you're basketball better guy. I mean, you look at everything, but are you March Madnessing it? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Is it apps? Are you firing?
I'm on the apps. I'm on the William Hill right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need this McNeese is putting them on it. For real.
They're smoking them.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
took
like,
Clemson
wow.
money line. I have a parlay with Clemson money
Man,
line.
I got a 12-teamer. I need them bad right now.
You did a 12-teamer?
Yeah, I'll show you.
I mean,
I'll show
that ain't
you.
enough. Like,
No,
why,
we
why
good.
don't you do 8?
8's a good number. That's my dog. That's a 8.
God,
12's a good
God.
number though. 12's a good.
12-teamers?
Man, I'm on them. It's all entertainment though. It's all entertainment.
Here's a weird. I'll ask Dave this question. So the line right now, McNeese is up 25-11. The live line's 5.5.
Oh, they thinking Clemson coming back.
I mean,
Clemson's still 5.5.
yeah. +5. No, they're catching 5.
Oh, okay. All right, they
Still,
flipped it. Yeah.
but they're down by 14.
See,
Yeah, but you know how fast it happens.
oh, it's coming. They missed the
You
bunny right
see it.
there. He just missed the bunny.
You're waiting. You don't want to flip it too much on the favorite.
Okay.
It's a technique that you have to use because you're going to take all that money on the favorite at a bigger number. Like it can't be double digits.
Why not?
Despite it because they
still
may
might not.
come back.
I'll fire on it right now.
Right?
Why not?
They're gonna get tired though.
If you go off the original number, which
Right.
again we've talked about this so many times,
Ooh,
when the
hit that.
original number stinks
Ooh.
and you beat the CLV,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
So if the original number's trash, then it should be higher. But
Yeah.
if the core of the original number is real, then you can't flip it too much.
I think these boys forgetting that Will Wade is out. I mean, I don't know why they playing so hard. He out.
He is, but
Like, what we doing?
I know, right?
Yeah.
win one for the Gipper.
That's
Nah, he paying for the Gipper. That's what they paying. He paid players.
And Alvin,
before.
and Alvin Kamara, Tennessee football.
wow.
Oh,
there's
that's a
it.
true fan right there.
That is a true
Jersey. There is
fan.
a
He's right.
throwback,
Yes.
old school.
Yes.
Oh,
Alvin
hey.
Kamara. School.
And she was Gomer Pyle, so she rich.
That's a Tennessee relationship right there.
Straight up.
That's the South, dude. You see that? I lived there for 5
Yeah.
years.
Oh.
There's all sorts of those.
He got the dad shorts on and everything.
Man,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
And he got the dad shoes
Yeah.
on.
He had the
The fat
dad
boy
haircut.
Nikes.
He's got the dad bod, and he's got the dad shoes.
Yeah.
He's all dadded out.
Oh, he with it. He
but
with it.
she's into it. So like that's
She on it.
How have you done March Madness in the past? Like, have you? I mean, you're always working.
Yeah, I'm always
I've
working.
seen you
Hey,
so many
first
times
three-
at work.
This is it. Like the first This is the first time in like 3-4 years I'm off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making my own schedule now, so it's cool. Before, I mean, I'm at the house, platter, wings,
Right.
tickets on the table, counting them down in game, trying to make a
Now,
bet.
you've been in Vegas a long time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Have you done a March Madness party on the Strip or a joint like this ever?
Like this, no. This is why I wanted to come and see
Yeah.
you. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, if you're in Vegas, you got to be on the Strip.
right.
There's no other place to be.
It's crazy, and like this place is awesome because it's a little different. Take a walk over. Have you been to the book yet?
The book is crazy.
It's insane over
Yeah,
there.
they got like 5 big screens.
Yeah.
There was this dude. I think dude had Houston. I think he did the alternate total because the alternate something because he was needing every bucket. He was needing.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
and we've seen it now multiple times. You have no idea why somebody's cheering.
Oh, never
no.
You're
know.
looking around
What's
at the
up, yeah.
screens, and you're like, "What could that guy be
It's
cheering
first
about
10
right there?"
Well, the first 10, first 15, first 20 thing
Oh,
is a
you
big
do the
deal.
race. You do the
You
race.
could do a race.
Well,
yeah.
you'll hear the screams because some people will bet the
Right.
dog
Yeah,
for
right.
first 10 and the favorite for first 20.
Yeah.
So they'll go and see who gets those numbers first, and you'll hear the group guy, the boy bands we
Oh,
call
right.
them.
See, like
all
that
yell
Houston
and scream.
game, I teased it down. Though. I had it like at 116 and a half over.
Okay.
So I needed that last dunk. And that
Oh,
three.
you got it.
I needed it.
Oh, look at that.
I
Look
needed
at
it.
that. Look at that.
Did you fill out a bracket?
Oh, absolutely.
Final four is?
What's your final
All right,
four?
Final four I got Duke, Florida,
Yep.
Michigan State,
Yep, me too.
Okay.
and then I got Houston.
That's
Okay.
fine. You agree with the same final
All
four?
right.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
All right.
Who do you have Auburn losing to?
Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up.
Well, I mean, if you have them losing the second game, it's to Creighton. Or if you have them losing the third game, it's to either Ole Miss or Iowa State
Or it's Michigan State in the Elite Eight?
or Michigan State in the Elite Eight.
So
Yeah.
we got we got my daughter calling me right now.
Oh, she's watching you on TV, probably.
Oh, she on it. She on it. She stays.
He's a girl dad too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get a lot of advice. We get hats, and we'll both have
You gotta
therapy
come see it.
sessions.
Hey,
He watches the
You
show.
gotta have it. You gotta
I
have
know.
it.
Now, have you put us on the TVs at your other joint, or no?
I can't though.
You can't do
They,
it? Okay,
they,
all right. They watch. All right, that's fine.
I
don't wanna
have
get you in
it
trouble.
playing in the back though.
Okay, all right.
I
Yeah,
got the
so
little
he's
portable
another guy
speaker.
who got his own
Yeah,
work.
you gotta have them on. Y'all have
Appreciate you.
information that we just don't know.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, we do. We
Like, what
appreciate
is
you.
going on? I can't even. Well, all right,
It's
so
fine.
who's in it?
Who's your champ? That's all I need to know.
I got Florida winning.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me and you
Alright.
think alike. That's
Florida
it.
over
What's the total?
Houston?
What's the total you put on an ESPN bracket?
78-73 Florida.
Oh,
That's
so I got one for.
151.
Over
Yeah, I
over
took
Hu-
one. I
over
took
Houston.
160. Yeah, I like a high scoring game.
Oh, a high scoring game
Yeah.
in a final.
Oh, in the final. Yeah,
Who do you have the final? I have Florida Houston. Who do you have?
I got Florida, Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
See, Houston gonna have to score. This is the first year they can score, though.
Right.
The last 2-3 years have been trash.
Yeah, Florida will
shoot the
force
ball,
you.
defense.
Right.
Hey,
Do you prefer paper tickets or digital tickets?
paper.
Your paper.
The digital is only at work. I need it at work because I can't get to the but if I'm at the crib,
sometimes the Wi-Fi at work don't work that great. Like sometimes you got to walk outside and do the.
You gotta walk
It's
out.
the worst.
It's the worst, especially by the Coke machine.
Yeah.
I had to get on yesterday. I had to get on the Zales Wi-Fi to show the kid the color scheme.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
I
my
know,
phone
it's
was
terrible.
dead. I was
I
like,
know,
"What?"
it's
See, I like the red, white, blue one. The red, green one. Remember the one you bought? The white with the,
we have all multiple colors.
Yeah.
This is the Creighton Blue Jay model.
Yeah,
So they put it on them boys. They had no idea. I was like, I took them, but it was like, I said they can score, they can shoot.
They shot the lights out tonight.
Yeah, first
today.
half
That was
over.
beautiful.
I'm going to ask you this before we let you go.
Yeah.
Game of the next session is Arkansas and Kansas.
I took Arkansas.
Plus the points or money line?
I took plus the points, but
Okay.
But in game, I think I might do. It depends on how Kansas come out. If
Agreed.
Kansas is cool, then I might take a little bit so I can hedge and get both.
Right. Yeah, you know how to do it.
Oh yeah.
Take
My
the dog
man.
and hedge off of it.
Yankee hat looks good, brother. Thanks for coming
Hey,
by.
thanks for having me. Hey, this
got
is
it.
awesome.
Good
I'm
to see you,
here.
man. Thanks for coming by.
Make sure you text the daughter. Tell her
she
you're on
call-
TV
I'm
later.
gonna tell
Go
her right
call her.
now.
Go call her.
I'm already know.
All right. See you, brother.
That's Kenny joining us from the
My
South
fashion consultant.
outlets.
Kenny's my dude.
Dave's
Man.
thanks. Good seeing you, man. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, I
Rookie.
know.
Oh, the rookie throwback.
Oh,
yeah. All right. Let's go.
wear that tomorrow. This is like a homing device. These people from Kansas are walking around. They are
They
looking
all
at
come
like the Midwest
They'll come here.
for this.
The number one tourist spot. Like Canadians come to Vegas like crazy, right? But Midwesterners, when they go on vacation, they go to two places. They go to Arizona and they come here.
Yeah.
So when basketball is on and Kansas is on,
Yeah.
they're coming here.
Yeah.
Coming to Vegas.
Yeah.
So Midwesterners, Kansas City, Omaha, Des Moines, like they fly in like, this is their time. This is the basketball people's time to come to Vegas. It's a bucket list for a lot of people, but for a lot of people, it's just a consistent trip because it's really cheap. Allegiant flies direct from Omaha, Des Moines, and Kansas City, and it's only a 2-hour flight.
It used to be cheap to come here too, though.
Well,
and
that's
be here.
I just bitched about that on Twitter today.
What'd you say?
I paid $16 for a smoothie.
Wait, that cup was 16?
$16. This was $16. $16. Like, this is ridiculous. $16. This should not be.
I didn't see your Twitter yet. What did you say?
I said this is why Vegas will die. I go, Vegas won't
That's
die.
fair.
I go, this is.
I mean, that's fair.
Vegas won't die for lack of interest. Vegas will die because people are sick and tired of paying 3 times what they're supposed to pay.
$16 for that?
For this, $16. Like, this is outrageous. You should not be paying $16 for a smoothie that costs them $2, maybe $2 in contents to make this thing. It's insane. And look, someone said to me, "Why did you pay for it?" I live here, okay? I can afford to pay it once in a while. But if I'm on vacation and I come and I stay here and I want to have 3 or 4 breakfasts, I expect a smoothie. I get $10. Okay, it's a little more expensive than it should, but that's $7 next to my house. Like $16, it just that compounds itself when everything is 3 times more expensive. When a bottle of water is $8, a smoothie is $16.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner, lunch for a pie is supposed to be $22, $23. That's fine. It's expensive, but I'll pay for it. It's $30 or $35. That's it. I give Chris Andrews credit. He tagged it. He said, "Come by, get a smoothie at my place at the South Point," because they wind up having it. It's way cheaper. It's off the strip.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that drives me crazy about this town, that we all have to have a real big come to Jesus moment in Vegas about what are we doing. There's a big article out today in the Review Journal. Is Las Vegas nickeling and dime people too much? And the answer is yes. There's no debating it that the answer is yes.
It's amazing that those of us that have been here a while have been saying it. I've worked on the Strip for a long time. I used to say it all the time. And it's not always the message that anybody internally wants to hear, but all you need to do and this isn't anything in life, is listen to the people working for you once in a while. I mean, corporations don't like to, suits definitely don't like to listen to the help ever, but they can tell you what the customers are saying. And the customers have been saying this about Vegas since the return after COVID.
Yep.
Like, it was a run-up, and everybody was making money, and everything was easy. All you had to do literally was roll out the ball in Vegas, and people were coming and spending money. But since they've lowered the staffing levels, the service isn't always the best, and they've tripled the prices. Not doubled, tripled the prices.
So I'll tell you a story. So Madeline and I went.
Wait, is it 31-13 McNeese at half?
Yeah, plus 9.5.
Clemson's toast.
Plus 9.5.
It's a wrap.
I don't know. It might not be, though.
Wow,
it might
really?
not be. But yeah, I don't
I'll
know.
say it now. McNeese is winning.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
All right.
I'll wait and see. But we went to the Netflix Bites, new restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Trendy restaurant that's over at MGM.
Right.
Adeline is just over the moon for Stranger Things. So, like, everything about Stranger Things she's into. She thinks it's the greatest show she's ever seen in her life. So we go there, and it was for spring break. She said, I was like, what do you want to do for spring break? Like, give me something special that you want to do. She was, I want to go to Netflix Bites. I said, all right, let's go. So I made it. They do a weird thing. They're open from 9 to 2, and they close from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
And they're open from 5 until midnight. So they take reservations at 1:45. I made a one because we were on the air. So like, all right, I'll make the last reservation in the morning. We'll go have lunch. So at 1:45, I make the reservation. I go there.
Yeah, that was just a couple of days ago. We did the show. You got out and got okay. So what happened?
So we go down there,
Right.
and we order lunch, and we're having lunch and whatnot. And Madeline says, I want to have this dessert. And so the guy comes over and he's like, did you want your check? I'm like, yeah, I want my check, but my daughter would like to order dessert. He goes, no. I said, what do you mean no? I said, what do you mean no? He goes, she can't order dessert. I go, she can't order dessert?
Why? Because they're closing?
Because we're closed. I said, you're closed, but she can't order. I go, okay, could she order like anything? He's like, no. I go, she can't order any dessert. No. Madeline looks at me and she's like, Daddy. And I'm like, okay. So and then he walks away and she was like, why can't I? And she's like, it's okay. We can go somewhere else. I'm like, that's fine. But like, as a server, one, it ups your check. So you make more money. I'm going to tip you more.
Right.
I'm going to give you a bigger tip because you can say, hey, man, I can't do the thing on the thing, but I'll get you a scoop of ice cream. I'll get you something quick. I'll get the easiest thing on the way. I'm not supposed – we're closed, so I can't give you the full, whatever we do.
Yeah.
But I'll give you something small to help your daughter out, just to give her dessert. Guy tells me flat out no.
Right, and we're closed.
And I'm like, this is why Vegas is dying.
Yeah.
Because that is such an easy thing to do. Like, that's just doing your job a little bit more than what you're supposed to. It's a little bit above and beyond, but you're in the service industry. So how do you see a 10-year-old little girl who is over the moon excited to be at your place, and she asks to order dessert.
Doesn't matter.
And you tell her no.
Yeah, that all that part doesn't matter. There's a lot of people that are working the jobs, and they are strictly just jobs, where I used to tell people this in a book all the time. For a lot of people, this week is their one and only Vegas trip and experience for the year. It's a Thursday for you, okay?
Yeah.
And it's a busy Thursday, and you've been inconvenienced. But that person may come back, or they're going to go back and tell every person how awesome you were if you are awesome today.
Or the vice
so
versa.
be awesome.
Or the opposite happens.
Or if you're not, and you provide bad service and a bad experience, they're going to go back, and then guess what's going to happen? They're never coming back, and they're telling 100 people, because the negativity in the world is always times 10 versus the positivity, which, again, we try to keep that out of the show.
How long does that upset your day for, like, a 10-year-old girl? You just say, hey, I'll give you the easiest dessert you got.
Doesn't matter. You got to punch out by 2.
You got one check,
You got to punch out by 2. If you don't punch out by 2, you hear it from the back. Or, God forbid, you get 15 minutes of overtime. That's the corporate mentality from the top down.
I almost did that. I almost went and got the manager. I was like, you bring the manager?
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? If I order a dessert like that, you're going to spit in my food. So I was like, I'm not even going to worry about that. So
at that point, you're defeated.
And like, it's good. And Madeline was good about it. She's like, it's okay. We can get out of here. She's like, it's fine. But I was just like, this is like the little things that when even I've been here 10 years, like that used to be the calling card of Vegas 10 years ago.
Was like the service.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like we go above and beyond. Like we
All
make
the
sure
time.
that your experience here, we know you have choices.
Yeah.
We know you can go other places.
Yeah.
And so we're going to make sure that you feel like I got my money's worth. Yeah, sure, I may have bought overpriced food or an overpriced drink or something that really, if I gone to a CVS at the store, I may have bought it for $2. We're here at $7. Okay, but I'm going to make sure that you got the feeling of value on the way out the door. I provided a service to you, so you feel like it. It's gone, and it's scary. In the chat, they're saying it's gone across the country, and I've heard that. I mean, I haven't seen it as much because I live here, but we are a service-based industry. Our market is based upon people coming here and coming back consistently. Like, there's not enough people who live here year-round to justify everyone's job here. Like that's a big scare.
Yeah.
If people start pulling back, and Canada has been pulling back, we've seen that in the last couple of weeks. We're not seeing the same number of Canadian tourists come down here because this is normally they're sick and tired of freezing their asses off. March is their big tourist time to come down here and get out of Canada.
It's a big week for a lot of people. The basketball, just like our show, the games bring people together, but then there's an experience of afterward and connections made. When I started working at the Golden Nugget, every year, there were people who are on their 12th year, 13th year of coming to March Madness for the first weekend or the second weekend. Guys, we're not going to be here for the second weekend, but you can come out. Yeah. The second weekend is awesome.
Sneak in.
Like, depending on our schedules and stuff, we can meet you at places and hang out, do some things. We might, as of right now, we're not doing a show, but we can. If anybody's watching and wants us to come do a show,
sure,
we'll make arrangements and we'll push it out and get you out there. But this is a thing that's been happening for years. March Madness is an experience. And in some places today, it's super expensive just to sit down in the book and watch the game.
Just watch the game.
Just watch the game.
Chicago Kristen, those cookies are tremendous. So if you want to send them, I'm not telling you no. Madeline loved those things. Those chocolate. She sent her these chocolate dip cookies. Oh, you had them. She brought them for you too, right?
I re-gifted mine to everyone in Kentucky.
They're good for
I
you.
left the bag. Chicago Kristen, I'm just full disclosure. I couldn't bring another thing on the plane. And then when I left, I was like, man, I want to bring this stuff home. And instead, I gave it to everyone at the book. And I hope they enjoyed it.
Oh, sure they did.
At the book and the mint.
Those cookies are absolutely tremendous.
Yeah. So
to go to Chicago, I need to. Maddie wants to go to Chicago. The next time we go, she's told me,
"Yep,
I'm coming."
I
with
know.
You guys. I was like, "All right."
I think that's gonna happen
at some point. Yeah,
yeah. I think we're gonna have to do it.
Would be fun. I mean, our friends at BetCaddy, they've just launched their new app yesterday, so they're all Tony and company. They're all ecstatic, about that new app that they've got for you to watch.
I gotta do the test run. I got the link.
Me too.
Yeah, open it up. Get Tony.
Well,
keep going.
It passed. Now it's live.
I know
on iOS.
I know.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
so
you guys can go check that out.
BetCaddy's got the new stuff.
Yeah, we worked with them to get to Chicago.
Tell Tony and those guys about their app. If you're looking for a way of walking, like that's so you can put your bets into it while you're watching, and it can alert you as your bets are going to get close to cashing. It'll alert you to go to that screen,
right,
to go to that channel to watch it. So on your phone, I'll be curious if they can get it onto the TVs at some point in the future. No CBW. Madeline's not going to go on a boat tour, and I'm not going on boat tours either. I mean, like literally, Amanda said to me, I don't know how many days ago, like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, she was like, "We should go back to Chicago and go on a boat tour." I was like, "I am not doing that again." I was like, "I'm sorry, that is not something I'm." So I'm lucky though because now I don't have to do that. So we're going to Jamaica, so I don't have to worry about that. So now I freeze my ass off. Now I get to go somewhere warm instead of freezing my ass off at the end of April. So for our birthdays, so we've flipped that trip from Chicago now into a much more hospitable climate to be around. All right, let's get back to these numbers here and look at these games to play. 31-13. It's still 9.5. Auburn is now up 50-36. They're laying 27.5 against Alabama State, so they're stretching out there.
Yep.
VCU is up 17-14 on BYU. That game, 12 minutes to play in the first half. These games are slowing down pace. Like we saw it with the Wisconsin game a little bit. We've seen it with now Clemson and McNeese, VCU and BYU. As you've mentioned, don't let other games trends impact what may happen on the games you're watching.
Yep.
Because the first half unders, as of right now, looking pretty good.
And that will come back. It always does.
Yeah. Even up.
Look at this guy. I love when a guy shows up with a hat already on. I love it.
Francisco is here.
There he is.
Where are you? Come on in.
Come on in.
The one and the only.
Yes, sir.
Francisco.
You guys will know
Ochoa
him in the chat.
coming all in.
Good to see you, brother.
Sit down, man. Good to
Sit down,
see
say hello to the
Sit
to the
down.
people.
How are
Yeah.
you? What's going on? Look at the hat. That looks tremendous.
I absolutely love it. When guys just show up and they already got the hat on, already know who they are. Look right in that camera, brother. Tell them who you are.
Hey, I'm Francisco Ochoa. What's going on, Brigade?
Is that a Dodgers
Yeah, Dodgers.
with purple?
LA Lakers.
Look
edition.
at that
Had the
combo.
Kobe.
My God, the hat looks great. How are you? Kids good? Everybody good?
Yeah,
Wife
everybody's
good?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all relaxing at home. This is my 1 out a year.
Good for you. You choose to
Did you
come
drive
here.
or fly?
No, I flew in.
Okay.
Did you really?
So I got delayed a little bit, but
Okay.
made
That's
Very
good.
cool.
That's
Why
good.
the delay? Weather or just?
it. No, it must have been wherever the other plane was coming from.
Right.
It was like 30, 40 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
The chat's going crazy for you.
Yeah, baby. They
They're very
light him up.
happy to see you.
Ochoa's in the house. So this is your 1 out, you said?
Yeah, 1 out a
March
year.
Madness?
Yeah, I came last year.
Right.
I'm just going to make it a yearly theme. You guys come out here.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's great. And it's something that I think you can – it's the same time every year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like, the family's good. They're like, look, Daddy's going away for a couple days.
Yeah.
He's going to hang out, watch basketball, hop around the books. What else do you do while you're here?
I mostly just relax. I like watching, I think it's a little more fun to come out during the March Madness than during, a football game or even
Agreed.
Sunday.
I agree. More games, more things to watch.
Exactly.
More things
It's all
to do.
day.
It's all day, right?
Yeah.
It's constant. It's just like an overload of oh my gosh, there's so much to do and so much to watch. Who do you have today? Who do you like?
I like Drake.
Okay.
I'm with you on
Okay.
that with
Let's
the Daily
go.
Juice.
Nice. Roll.
I actually bet Creighton earlier.
Yeah, baby. That was good. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. That was good.
Job.
I'm asking everybody in the chat and everybody, we had a guy on Kenny earlier. Arkansas, Kansas. It's 4.5. Who do you like?
I took Arkansas.
Man, oh man, I'm worried.
I don't know.
And not one
I've
person has
watched
taken
more
Kansas.
Kansas
I
games.
know,
And I'm like,
Right?
I don't believe it.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Why would you? They're bad. They're bad.
And I mean, sometimes the odds makers do make mistakes, but I mean that line feels high no matter what happens.
Correct. I mean, I think KU could win the game, but winning it by 6 or more is surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong a lot today. I that number seems to be very high, and I do think Calipari's a better coach than Bill Self, and I'm going to take Calipari. And he's getting Boogie Flan back.
I know.
He's getting a first-round draft
I know.
pick back today.
Yeah.
And we saw it in the game for Louisville. If they didn't have what's his name on the court, they would have gotten just blown out even worse than they did.
Yeah, but they were never
kid
really
that-
in it.
Yeah, but that kid scored, 15 of their first 20 points.
Yeah.
He scored. That was his first game playing in weeks for them. So, it was huge to get. So, I think Boogie Flan coming back, he missed the whole SEC tournament, and having him, and that's why Cal said the NCAA tournament matters, not the SEC tournament, because it sounds like Boogie Flan could have played in the SEC, and they said, no, hold him for this. Hold him for this tournament. So, when I hear that, let's go Arkansas. Woo, pig.
Yeah, when you can make a run, might as well.
Speaking of runs, I mean, I got to ask you before we get you out of here. Did you stay up either game and watch the Dodgers?
Yeah, of course I did.
Night
Yeah, I woke up. We were watching
Did
it.
you go to sleep and wake up, or stay up till 3 a.m. and watch
Oh,
the
no,
game?
sleep
Sleep.
and wake up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to sleep and wake up.
Took
But
a nap. Okay.
like seriously, how good do they look? Like, I mean, this is scary. Being a Dodger fan is really fun right now.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard, though. It's really hard to repeat. I mean, but
Really?
they just look really good. They got better in the pitching. It's the pitching
That's
that
what I
gives me
mean.
confidence now.
Like-
Last year, I was like, oh, but our pitching kind of sucks.
Right.
Only our bullpen is good. But now it's all around.
Is it hard? Because I was thinking about this as if the Red Sox were doing this. You don't play again for a game that counts for another week and a
10
half.
days, yeah.
Is that weird that you play 2 games that count and then you're back to playing spring training games
Yeah,
before you play real games that count again?
Yeah, I feel like that kind of happened last year where they lost against the Padres really bad in
Yeah.
one of those games. and then it took them a little while to get back up
Right.
to speed. So there were a couple games that were dropped there at the beginning, but I mean, I don't know.
No Freddie, Mookie's sick,
Don't matter.
and they just win and do it all. Oh, the
They
brothers
might do the
are
same
here.
thing. It's like,
Don't matter.
you know
Oh,
what?
baby.
Keep healthy
Don't
until
matter.
October.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
up, boys?
it just turns into one of those things where they look really, really good. So you got to come on. You're going to come on next right now. I need you to sit down right here. Oh no! All right. Oh my God! All right.
That's tremendous.
Well, you're in the background, but that's fine. All right.
tremendous.
You can't have Vegas Reagan on.
He just,
Oh my
He
God!
just there's too many people.
I mean,
looking
it's
for
all
him.
right. It's like he's wearing the ankle thing. Be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, these are good dudes. These are really, really good dudes. Don't worry about it. All right. So are the Dodgers repeating? Yes or no?
I want to say yes. As a fan, I have to.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Are the kids Dodger fans? Everybody,
yeah.
You got the whole family now. I mean, that's it. You're in Hemet. Things good in Hemet. Everything good.
Everything's great.
That's
Yeah,
great
got
to
our
hear,
house
brother.
out there. Kids love it. More space.
Good man. Good man.
Awesome. Great to see you.
Great to
Thanks
see
for
you. Thank
coming,
you for
as always.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah, of
The
course,
one
man.
and the only Francisco Ochoa
Love
joining
it.
us here live on BVB.
Perfect.
Good to see you. You hanging out,
Thanks,
right?
brother. Yeah, hang out. Yeah. Just take that headset off. Sit right there.
And we'll chit chat with you.
Yeah,
after,
for sure.
After we're done. So, very, very, very cool. Oh wow. So, Chicago Kristen said, before I cut out Chicago John, here's this on the replay. Happy wedding anniversary.
Happy wedding anniversary
Look
to
at
our
that.
favorite couple.
Really? That's
Chicago
tremendous.
John, Chicago Kristen. Congratulations.
That's amazing. I'm
Gee,
not-
are you sure you can't come
I'm
on?
not even asking
Oh,
you.
God.
I'm
All
not
right.
even going to ask you how you.
Yeah. No, these guys don't hang out in the book. I mean, they're on the Twitter. They're brothers.
Oh my
Little
gosh.
Baltimore guys.
Oh my
Baltimore
gosh.
fans. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's oh my.
Yeah.
Look out. He's wearing an ankle bracelet.
Of course he is. I mean, he's got things to do. This type of people that
He's got an ankle bracelet on.
Yeah.
He's not wearing pants. He's just
No, it's, I mean, listen, it's
just
just
out.
part of the thing.
It's just
It's
out.
It's just
Like,
out.
he's like,
Listen,
yeah,
he came out
so?
to see us. That's it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's usually running around on the other side of town. So
So the head coach of Clemson, Brad Brownell, was agreed to a 6-year extension this morning with Clemson to stay, and now the team is playing like this.
oh god.
So Clemson fans are probably like, wait.
So 31-13. So type it in the chat right now. Who wins that game, McNeese or Clemson? Just type it in the chat. I'm curious. I think McNeese wins. I don't think Clemson comes back.
Okay, would you take the
That's
points?
a wrap.
Oh, it's 9.5. Would you take the points?
With Clemson,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I
Take 9.5. Yes,
I'm already
I think we're good with that.
I'm already on money line, but so I don't know if I want to go back in and double dip it. But it
I think
feels-
9.5 is good.
It would be surprised. It's not like they can't score 20 points.
How well did McNeese shoot the lights out?
No, but it didn't matter because it's about defense. McNeese just is taking. I mean, Wade. Look, Will Wade's a really good coach. That's why he's going NC State. If I'm Clemson, I'm like, wait, I'm going to see this guy in my conference now. Yes, you're going to see this guy in your conference. So good luck with that. 22 all. VCU and BYU with 7.5 to play in the first half.
5 of 24 Clemson shot the first half.
Yeah, they were ice cold.
5 of 24.
And 1 for 15.
1 for 15 from 3.
So that's not going to. You don't think that continues?
Oh, McNeese only shot 14 of 32. They only shot 44% from the field. They're 1 of 7 from 3.
But that's pretty good.
McNeese is winning.
44.
1 of 7.
44 is pretty good.
That's no way Clemson comes back.
So we have.
They're going to tighten it up.
We haven't talked about these games coming up here late night.
Can we talk about the Celtics
Sure.
for a minute just
Sure.
to get it out of the way and before bonus time? $6 billion.
$6.1 billion. It is the largest sale ever in sports.
Absurd.
What's good about it, what I'm excited about it, and Chris Mannix reported this last night before the trade for the sale was finalized today, is that the people he had spoken to in the league office were really pushing hard to get the deal done because they can't give Vegas an expansion team because they don't know the evaluation of the league of all of the franchises. So the Celtics had to be sold first to set the bar for how much money the owners could then go and charge for an expansion fee.
Pro sports, college sports, sports in general, it's so much not about the sports and about the money. It's insane. They had to have a valuation.
Yes.
So they had to push the Celtics
to
be sold, which isn't like selling the Timberwolves, which they were trying to be sold.
No, that's the other problem, though. Celtics were first. T-Wolves are second, and then Vegas. That's how it's going to go. Those are the dominoes.
I'll go under on the T-Wolves valuation.
Oh,
Nothing personal, Minnesota.
Anywhere near that.
Nothing personal,
No.
but they're not the Celtics.
It's not about the money. It's about who owns and controls the team. Because it's A-Rod versus the old owner.
Right.
So I forget the guy's name, so I apologize. T-Wolves fans, it's slipping my mind. But that family against the A-Rod group, has to be worked out. So it's $6.1 billion, which is 6,000 millions, in case you're curious as to how much money that is. 6,000 millions for billion. If a million's not enough, you need 6,000 of them.
Yes,
and that's $6 billion. It's not even real. Like, I asked the question on Twitter, like, do you think anywhere in the world there actually is like $6 billion physically anywhere in the world?
I don't know.
$6 billion, like laying around. Like, no, it's a number that doesn't compute.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. And so now I want to know who's going to own the team in Vegas, and I want to know, is the Foley group going to be the ones that get to own it and buy the team? Because they want to buy the team and play at T-Mobile Arena, which is where they should play. I don't want another arena built here in Vegas.
It doesn't need to be another arena.
It does not need to be. We don't need to sit there and build anything else.
Stop pounding that table. You're shaking that camera.
We don't need to do this anymore. We need to go and play at T-Mobile Arena because it makes more sense, because you have the UFC, the Vegas Golden Knights, and whatever we call the Vegas basketball team, all playing in that one building, and then that building really is used well.
Right.
And it's a good use of tax dollars. He wants $35 million to go into T-Mobile Arena to build it out for basketball and improve with suites and whatnot. I'm good with it. Like, give it to him. Let's go. Make it even nicer. It's already cool, but he wants to make it even nicer with, the Raiders really up the ante with their suites. So they want to copy what the Raiders have.
I mean, that's all well and good. Do we need more basketball teams?
Oh, this is the basketball market. Yes.
It will. No, I'm not disputing that.
Huge.
But do we need more basketball teams?
Well, yeah. I mean, 32 is a good number. I mean, it's on line with the NFL. So, I mean,
I guess
us and Seattle, give Vegas and Seattle 2 expansion teams. And expansion is going to work so well. It's going to be such an interesting look between expansion and the A's when the A's come here, and the baggage the A's are going to bring with them from Oakland, and how people here in Vegas are going to completely kick out.
Still don't know if the A's are
fine, even if they don't come here. But if they do come here,
still don't know.
People are going to kick it out and go, I don't want any part of this. I don't like this baggage from Oakland. And then another expansion team comes into Vegas, and if they win just a little bit, and I don't mean a lot, just a little bit, people are going to be gravitating towards basketball because this is a basketball town.
It will be successful here.
Agreed.
They better win.
By what?
They better win.
How fast? Basketball's impossible.
That's what I mean. That's going to be very different. It's not hockey. They had success and were able to sell seats. They're going to come here and they're going to go to watch the other teams.
Correct.
That's fine.
Crazy.
That's fine. But they have a team in Utah. They played Washington last night. The tickets were $2. $2 get-in price.
The Jazz have history. The Jazz have been good.
It was $2 to get in. It was a terrible game. They're both playing for the number one. It's a Cooper Flag game.
Yes.
Okay.
Tanking. Right.
Yeah, tanking game. Whatever.
Cooper Flag in Utah makes a lot of sense, though.
So Cooper Flag. They won, though. It's going to Washington.
Right. But, I mean,
it's going to go to Wizards.
White guy in Utah sells a lot of jerseys. Yes, does. Just us. I'm telling you, white guy in Utah sells a lot of jerseys. So Cooper Flag is a good marketing. I mean, that would make sense for the league to want the Utah Jazz to have Cooper Flag in Washington.
You guys are watching, and this is for you, Marcus Doughboy, and Kyle, whatever. I can't remember what his name is. You keep commenting, and I keep thanking you.
Okay,
please keep watching the show because NBA, old heads, new heads, basketball heads, whatever.
Okay.
Do we need expansion in the NBA, yes or no? I would rather see a team come here.
There's a need versus want.
I would rather see a team come here.
No. I don't want the Pelicans. You want the Pelicans? No, we just already done that. This market wants new. We don't want someone else's retreads. I don't want someone else's baggage.
But the league doesn't need more teams.
There's plenty of basketball players in the world that could make it decent. There's plenty of guys.
Oh, my God.
It's only 13 to 15 more jobs. It's not that much. Not that big of a deal. It's not going to water it down that much. Or it's 30, I guess.
JPC to
2 teams.
Nope. Jack off. Nope. JR 33312. Johnny Parlay always says no. He's a no guy. Bucknell University? How about that?
One of the many teams to beat Kansas in the tournament. Bucknell beat Kansas. Bradley beat Kansas.
Kansas people, if you're watching the show,
I used to say killer
Jayhawks. It's going
first
to be a
round.
rough day for you tomorrow on this show.
Bucknell beat Kansas
If
in the
they don't
tournament.
win today.
Bradley beat Kansas in the tournament. You and I beat Kansas in the tournament. I mean, Bill Self is the king of getting beat early. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Arkansas is not Bucknell or Bradley. Arkansas is legit, so it's a different type of animal here on this. All right, before we get out of here, let me give you a fast better to book it. St. John's minus 17.5. It's Omaha tonight. Better to book it.
I like St. John's. I think they win and cover that. That's a bet.
I'm going to hammer it. UC San Diego plus 3.5.
I don't know what
Up
to
against
do with
Michigan.
that game. Honest to God, I think that's the side. I really do. I don't care if it's square. I don't care if it's popular. I don't care. I really don't.
Yep.
And
Drake plus 6.5.
I think that might be trouble. I think that's a book.
Okay.
I think I'm taking Missouri in that. I am.
Let's go. Bulldogs.
I mean, at least we got the Creighton Bulldogs.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I got the team to win
Creighton
today.
Blue
Yeah.
Jays.
And I didn't.
Bulldogs.
I lost money in the game, actually. I didn't bet a dime on Creighton. I hedged off. I took a 9.5 point line on Louisville, and they still lost it by 14, which is fine by me. I'm not touching it same way. I'm not betting Saturday. I'm not touching Creighton Auburn. I'm just watching it, and hopefully I'm right with the call that Creighton knocks out Auburn.
All right, get us out of here. We'll stay for bonus time and hang out.
For what? A couple minutes?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Guys, if you're watching on the replay, thank you for being here. We're back tomorrow. Same on the replay, same place here at Red Tail. Thank you to the folks at Zook and Resorts World for having us. Day 2 hits you tomorrow. Bonus time for you guys who are live on the other side starts right now.
All right. So,
and you can just let it roll.
Yeah,
maybe.
just keep it, let it roll a little bit here.
So we can give
you
people
just got to get loose.
bonus.
I just saw in the chat, Lake Show Magazine actually tried to enter Red Tail. He said $50 minimum. So I don't know if he's here. Lake Show Magazine, that might actually be Vegas Creighton. That might be his code. That might be the Lake Show. I mean, he is a show. That might be him. That might be him. I'm starting to wonder if I may have outed him, vaxxed him.
Sorry.
Doxed him. Doxed him. Yeah, not vaxxed him.
Interesting.
That might be him.
Vaxxed.
Yeah, no, not vaxxed. Doxed.
$50 minimum.
Again, reminder to everybody, go vote for me on the Twitter.
Yes.
Whole thing. I don't know this. Omar, the house.
53-47 last look, right?
Was it really?
Yeah, it's close.
Oh, we were stuck 80-20 at the beginning.
It's close. So.
Oh, that's great.
So we're good.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go over and see Benson, tell him to lay down. Listen, you win everything, all right? And you still got a job in a book. I don't. So lay down for me for this one.
Gonzaga's up 13-0 on Georgia.
What?
I didn't bet that game.
Oh, my God. That's the problem, right?
I said it
That's the problem. They could, I mean, that one.
I stayed away
It's amazing how fast the games so far, like these games have gotten away from teams.
Yeah.
Happened with Creighton.
Yep.
Got out against Louisville. Happened with, might have happened with McNeese.
Clemson, so explain this to me. It's 39-16 now, right?
39-16.
It was 9
23. Okay.
Now it's 40-16. It was 9.5 at half. We've played 3 minutes and it's 15.5.
Yeah.
It jumped dramatically.
You get to the first TV timeout. Now you have to push the other way. You're not getting any bets at all on Clemson. That's why I said it wasn't. It was okay. They're done. Okay. They're done. They're not winning the game. So right then, if they don't start fast, you have to push the line the other way because you may not take another bet on Clemson.
If 16 points after 4,
right. Like at what point
minutes.
do you go? Yeah, we're toast. We're done. Did you look
ACC
at
is getting ACC? Everyone's waiting for the SEC or the Big Ten. It's the ACC that's being exposed so far here in this tournament. Louisville gets killed. Clemson gets killed. Oh boy, what did BYU VCU close at?
2.5. Let's see. Yes. 2.5 and 149, 148.5.
It's currently 2.5 and 144.5.
So that's an easy one to do in game. That's gonna stay like that, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's why I haven't taken it. I like BYU. I've been waiting on a number for BYU. I haven't bet it yet.
We talked about it yesterday on the show. thought the Texas v. Xavier game would go the way it did, where it would come down late and be close. I say the same thing about the VCU BYU game.
Great.
Nobody's getting away too far, and there's going to be runs, and it's going to come down to the last 3 minutes of that game. So we'll see.
65-45. Auburn's up by 20 on Alabama State, so they have extended that lead. Total's 146.5 on that.
Did you look at any NBA today?
I didn't even
open it?
Didn't even glance at it. Although I did look at the hockey. So
you did?
Yeah, so I do want to do a two.
Milwaukee's playing the Lakers today.
I don't care.
In basketball. Yeah. I thought that
Kyle
was
Kuzma unders till it dies.
Really?
Everything on Kyle Kuzma unders, yes. Points, rebounds, and assists. Points and rebounds. Just keep hammering Kyle Kuzma under everything. Kyle Kuzma.
I think he did something with rhythm. I think he put out a bracket.
He's an investor.
Oh, yeah.
He's an investor.
Oh, all right.
He's an investor with rhythm.
How about that? I'm sorry, those guys. I didn't get over there last night.
Okay.
Weather was here this afternoon. Yeah.
It was not great.
Yeah. We've been invited over to the other joint, too, by the way.
What's the other joint?
Circa.
Oh, okay, obviously, yeah. So I didn't know what to do with this. So I was looking at the Maple Leafs.
Are you going to go to the game tonight?
I don't know. I might. Bruins are in town. I'm if I can look at numbers, if the ticket prices aren't horrible right before the game, I may head over.
Okay.
I may jump over there because I have the night
I'll make
off.
a call to a guy about a thing.
Yeah, so I
might be able to do that.
Go see the Bruins tonight.
Okay.
In town here against the Golden Knights. So I thought about doing Golden Knights money line and either what was the other team? Oh, not the Sabres. Who was I looking at? The Hurricanes for a 2-leg money line parlay.
2-leg money line parlay.
It was
Toronto had a really good game yesterday against Avalanche. That was good. It
was 135. It's 141 at DraftKings, but I got 135.
Carolina is playing who? Oh, they're at San Jose.
Yeah.
Wow, minus 300.
Yep.
Minus 330.
Both of them are minus 300 place.
Who's the other one?
Vegas.
Vegas is beating the Bruins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cassidy? Yes.
Yeah, Vegas is beating the Bruins. Yeah.
Cassidy
got him at a good time. That's going to work out just fine for them.
Game's going to be ugly tonight.
Wow. Is that right? Tampa's favorite at Dallas today?
Yes. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
Is the backup playing? Ottinger's not playing?
I don't know.
Check even hockey still. Guys. Wow. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's
Vegas in regulation. Francisco Ochoa from inside of Redtail.
Like it?
Putting in the chat. I like that.
Like it.
Ovi goal tonight. Who's Washington playing against Philly?
We're just going to keep on firing this until he hits. Is that the idea? Ovi until he comes in?
Against Philadelphia. I like it. I mean, the game's probably going over, so maybe we get a shot there. We just don't get a shot at an empty netter, I don't think. That's when he's been doing it. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so that's not a bad bet. Money line.
BYU up 5. All right, this will be fun. Let's go watch BYU. I want to watch BYU again.
Do you have a favorite thing about today?
I love being here.
It's great, isn't it?
I love being in these environments. I love being around when Francisco comes in or Kenny comes in, and people that we get to see and be around the energy. And just, I've always really enjoyed doing shows live, but I've become with this show, I've become sort of obsessed with it.
Yep.
So anytime getting able to go out and for the first 2 years of doing this was like straight stress to go, oh, fuck, we're going to go out and do this stuff. And we got to get
bonus time. We could say it.
So, but now it's such an easier thing that the stress and anxiety of it, because we know how it needs to work.
Right.
And the way to do it. Like it's.
I'm just happy we just solved that other thing with the audio.
Yeah.
That was easy.
So now we've got
tomorrow
it all.
Tomorrow we're going to bring another cord and we'll have this thing booming. So guarantee there's going to be people walking by going, wait, who are you guys?
What are you
doing?
So, I think that to me, I think my favorite thing about today is just we have the ability to come on out and be a part of it. And there are certain places here in town that I'm like, when I see these people, I don't know if Chris Andrews is listening. How have we not done a show yet at South Point? Like what's going on? How is this possible? You watch the show, Chris. I know you watch the show.
Been on the show.
You've been on the show many times.
Multiple times.
You watch the show. South Point, we should be doing shows at South Point. And those are the things that I'm I love being here. Our relationship with Redtail, our relationship with our folks here at Resorts World is unbelievable. I love doing shows from Circa. I think that it's so fun to do these shows out, and I can't wait to come back here tomorrow.
I agree with you 100%. My favorite thing about today is yes, there's a different energy the day of the live show. We got the day of the live show home game. It's different.
Yeah, it's
Like
easy.
it's. I feel again. We've been feeling it personally. With Farrah, sudden passing away and everything, but we're doing it, and it's literally just me and you. This board, these lights, these cameras. We got a cart. We got people showing up, and they let us do the show. It's amazing now, and Eric has helped us.
Yep.
Newbie's helping us today.
Yep.
Unbelievable job.
Good job, dude.
Making sure this all works. The plan is to do it more. So if you guys have a place and can get us there and cover some stuff, we can come, do this, bring people out. My other favorite thing about today is the girls got a doubleheader. Oh. And I gotta as soon as we finish,
okay,
I gotta sign on their thing and watch the games.
Good.
We'll see how that goes.
East Coast?
So yeah, they're at home. Actually, they're playing in New Jersey today. So
Weather?
The girls, they said they didn't even need the long sleeves. They didn't think last night. So 2 games today with them. There's already 4 games for final. We got 12 more March Madness games. We got BVB. We got sheets. We got drinks. We got tables. We're hanging out. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Tomorrow, same place, same time, Brigade. Thank you for being here. Francisco, good job out of you. We're back noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time or a Friday. A roll call Friday, maybe. We'll figure out how to do it, kind of, on a Friday live from Red Tail inside Resorts World for day number 2 of the Madness. Newbie, great job. Talk to you guys tomorrow.